Hey, what's up guys? DJ D-phlo here, coming at you with another DJ tip. On today's session, we're going to be looking at how you go about changing your fader on your mixer. Now, before I get into the session, please remember to share, like, follow, and subscribe. There's a whole lot more awesome videos that are coming your way. Another thing, guys, that I'm not a qualified technician, and therefore these videos are for entertainment and information purposes only. So don't go and open up your mixer if you're not 100% sure or 100% confident in what you are doing. I would rather suggest that you find yourself a qualified technician that will assist you. Yes, it might cost you a little bit, but what would actually cost you more if you go and damage the mixer? Okay, let's get into it. So on today's session, I'll be showing you how you go about changing your faders. So if your faders are damaged, usually what the main cause of your fader being damaged would be two things that I've actually come across personally. There might be more. Is that if there is dirt or any type of things that actually fall into here, like liquid, dirt, or anything like that, it might just cause like this to be rough, and then at the eventually just scrape off or just damage the actual inside of the fader. And you would like to change it, and maybe sometimes it's not giving you signal. And another thing that I've seen quite often is guys that are rough with the fader, it actually can snap off. So this little metal piece underneath that you see here, so I'll show you on the actual fader that we're going to change, but this little piece here can actually come out if you hit it too hard. Okay, so what are some of the things that you're going to need to actually do this operation? Number one, star screwdriver. You're gonna need your actual fader. I'll show you what the fader looks like. You're gonna need your soldering iron in this case because the fader has a board, and you're gonna obviously need some solder. So here's what the fader looks like. This is the box. So this is the original fader for the DJM 700, and that's what the fader looks like. I'll show you with the board on the other one here, and this is what it actually looks like. So much smoother. So there's no ways you'll be able to actually install this incorrectly, because on the one side it has 4 pins. These will be the grounds, and then on the other side it has 2 pins, as you can see here. So on the board it's going to be exactly the same, so you wouldn't be able to actually install it upside down. And I'll show you also on the board itself why it wouldn't be possible to install this upside down. Okay, so first things first, as you can see, the mixer is on. I need to switch it off and unplug it from the power. Next thing that we need to do is we need to remove this cover. For us to remove this cover, we need to remove each of these guys here, because these are going to block us from actually bringing this up. So there they are. Now we need to remove this center panel here. This separates from the main panel. As you can see, I've actually painted this black because this mixer is actually quite old. I've had this mixer for about 10 years now, about 12 years around there. So this mixer is used on a weekly basis. So at the current moment, there is nothing wrong with any of these. Actually, nothing on the mixer. Nothing is wrong with the mixer. I'm just showing you what you would need to do if you needed to change your actual faders. So I'm not going to change the faders themselves, but I'm going to show you how you go about doing it here. So I always just keep spares just in case, because you never know. Maybe it's the last song. Hey, King Ginger Buffett. All right, let's get into changing this. And that's all 5. Always keep them safe, otherwise you're going to get missing things here. Okay, so this is what your board would look like now. You have your crossfader here, you have your channel 1, channel 2, channel 3, channel 4, and this little cable here connects to this board. There is a board for it. It's got a board for itself here. For each of them have a board. Let's just take out one of them so you can actually see it close up. Let's see. Let's take out number 4. Okay, and that's what the fader looks like. Just be gentle with that. Remove this cable. Alright, like I said, this cable connects the fader to that board, and the fader has its own board. Do note I have actually changed all of these faders actually over the lifespan of this mixer, but all are original. As you can see, this is the original fader or replacement fader, and this is the fader that needs to be replaced. But at this point, obviously, I don't need to replace it. I'm just showing you. So at this point, you would just need to get your soldering iron, solder over here, solder all 4 of these out, solder that out, which is your ground, and solder these out. And this would pop right off. You put this in there in its place. So like I said, there's no ways you would get this wrong here, because this has 4 on one side. You can see here it has 4 on one side and 2 on the other. 1 2 1 2, as you can see. So you can't really get that wrong. So this is the exact same fader mixer. If you get one, I know I've once bought one that was incorrect. It wouldn't have this little edge here. I think that would be for the DJM 600 or something, I'm not sure, but for the 700 it has this little it's extended, it's very long compared to the other ones. I don't know about your DJM 800 or 850 or 750s, if this is the same, but this is the crossfader, or this is the fader, sorry, for the DJM 700. Okay, so once you've now changed it, for example, you've soldered it, done everything, you need to put this back, of course, and that's as simple as that. So you clip this back on and then put all the screws back, of course. Just remember to be gentle with this, otherwise you'll see flames. Oy. See what I mean? This is where the problem comes. Now this guy has decided to hide away from me here. Where is it? Oh, can't reach it. Those are the little problems that you're going to come across, because there's a lot of small things in here, and the screwdriver is actually a little bit big. Sweet, and that's it. From here, straightforward, all you need to do is put your plate back. Just make sure it's got these little things that hold the dirt. Mine are a little bit messed, but like I said, this is an old mixer. This back, you will notice I don't have a crossfader. I don't use it. Somewhere, somehow it got damaged, even though it doesn't get used. And voila. So if I put it back now, I'll just show you, it should still have audio coming from it. As you can see, there is response here, and once I put this up, if the fader is working, there should be a response on the master as well. And there we go. Lekker. Thanks for watching the video, guys. See you on another video.